Welcome back to Halloween Haunts 365 presents Short Splats. I'm Jared. Today, we're going to go through a list. This list today is my top 15 horror movies. Now, everyone's made this list. Everyone's is different. Some people like different things out of horror. These, pretty much, I wrapped my brain around these 15 that I really enjoyed. A couple of the early versions, like 15 through 10, you can pretty much swap in and out, but from 9 on, I'm pretty sure I got it down. So, first off, let's listen to Jimmy J talk about Friday the 13th mini convention, Blairstown, New Jersey, May 13th and 14th. Let's go.
Save the date! Friday the 13th, May 2022, the only Friday the 13th of the year. Yours truly, Jimmy J, and the Horror 365 team are coming back to Blairstown. And for what? The first ever Friday the 13th mini-con, all hosted by the Blairstown Diner. Guys, girls, horrorheads, tickets are on sale next Thursday, January 13th. Stay tuned. More announcements are coming your way for another killer time in Blairstown. We'll see you there.
Alright, Jimmy J, part of Horror 365. Can't wait to see how that convention turns out for them. I'm sure it'll be insane. Alright, so let's move on to the list. Number 15. Sinister. I really like this movie. I thought it was going to be another Japanese remake, and it might be. I didn't really look that deep into it, but it's good jump scares. Ethan Hawke did a great job in it. Cool new idea for a movie. I mean, it combines haunted house with paranormal, with legends, and it was just really, I think it was well done. It definitely made my top 15. Moving on. Number 14. Paranormal Activity. They did a lot with just such a small budget and everything else. I gotta stop saying I hate when people do that. But Paranormal Activity, wow. Very low budget, very well done. I'm not a huge fan of the found footage until this movie. Like, the Blair Witch Project was fun up until the FBI made them tell it was fake, and then they showed up at the MTV Music Awards. Whatever. But this movie was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed all of them. I have not seen the Amish one yet, or the ones in the woods, but we will get to that. Paranormal Activity is number 14 for me. Moving on. Number 13. Saw. Some will call it the later versions of it, gore porn. And, you know, that's pretty accurate. But the first Saw, when that dude got off the ground, holy shit. You had no idea what was happening. You had no idea why these people were there. Cool story. Then you get to watch the FBI try and chase them down throughout it. It was really cool. I liked the first Saw. Honestly, I liked all of them. It followed a good timeline. Are the gore and blood out of control? Of course, that's the point of the movie. But the story is pretty good. I mean, really, he's killing bad people. Take what you will with that. Alright, so moving on. Number 12. One of my favorite newer horror movies, and it's not really that new, but Insidious. Wow. Insidious brought back the old school haunted house movie, but it wasn't a movie about a haunted house. The kid was haunted. But the old effects, the creepy piano, the creaking, the baby monitor going off, that crazy red demon, and then Patrick Wilson to throw it all together with Rob Shea's wife, Lynn Shay. Great movie. The next three were good. I mean, I'll watch them. I've watched them again. It took a weird turn, but number two was also really good. I like number two a lot. But I can't have this list without Insidious. It really brought the old school horror back into today. Next on the list, number 11. For me, that is The Exorcist. Yes, it's a very scary movie. Yes, it's number one on all these lists. Yes, great score, great acting. Linda Blair was amazing. It wasn't scary to me. Great idea. Weird shadow takes. Honestly, it's never been one of my top 10 movies ever. Take it with who you will. It was fun. I enjoyed watching it. It made the list. Little overrated. I recently just watched it again when I was on a business trip, and I still had a hard time paying attention. I mean, the outstanding acting. Linda Blair, the little girl, the mom did a good job. The priest was badass. But, some people love it. Some people aren't going to like it. I'm in the middle. I'll watch it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to watch The Exorcist. Number 10. The first time I watched this movie, I felt like I had to take a shower. Written and directed by Rob Zombie, House of a Thousand Corpses. Yes. This I will watch every single time it's on TV. From Captain Spaulding's gas station, to that house, to those creepy ass people, to the good suspects, and the crazy off the wall ending, is a fantastic movie. I loved it. It was a great movie. Honestly, it could even be higher, but it was harder to compete with these ones coming up. I will always watch this when it comes on. Number 9. Number 9, for me, is Scream. Scream, Wes Craven kind of brought horror back to mainstream with Scream. It gave us another franchise. It gave us another killer. Not a killer that you root for like Freddy, but a mystery killer. Like, if you watch Scream again and follow from the very beginning, they set everyone up. Chief, Dewey, the Fonz principal, couple kids in the school, the two girls talking shit, Tatum, they set up both killers, Randy. You had no idea who it was until the very last minute, because they kept setting everyone up. It was really good. It really brought horror back to the mainstream. I mean, there was a couple weird releases here and there, but Scream really picked it up and ran with it. It was a great job, and I'll watch it whenever it's on. I'm a big fan of the franchise. There isn't a movie I hate in it. I mean, 3's kind of close, but I'll still watch 3 because it's entertaining. Alright. Number 8. Halloween 2, 1981. This is a great movie. The kills were amazing. The suspense was crazy. Explosions. Michael Myers is hardcore. I enjoyed this movie even more than the original one. John Carpenter's Halloween is legendary, without a doubt. There's no doubt that it's not one of the best movies of all time. It's just not one of my all-time favorites. Is it better than, my 15 through 10? Probably. But I try to watch other movies over that, if that makes sense. Still legendary. John Carpenter knocked it out of the park. If I had a top 20 list, it would be on there. But Halloween 2 was number 8. Number 7. This is kind of a surprise for some, but The Conjuring. I was a huge fan of this movie when it came out. I wasn't expecting much, Because at the time, not a lot was going on with horror, but this brought back the haunted house horror. Fantastic casting, fantastic score, great direction, bringing the Warren files around as stories. Great idea. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time, easily. It's just, every time it's on, I'll watch it. You guys know we're doing the Conjuring universe now for our full-time episodes, and I can't wait to get back to that one. Like, I've enjoyed The Nun and Annabelle Creation, and I think later we're going to watch Annabelle, but The Conjuring, it knocked it out of the park. It was almost a perfect horror movie. Moving on. Number 6. This goes back. Poltergeist. I love Poltergeist. I don't know if it was because I was such a big Coach fan, or if that little girl played her little ass off, and all the cast was awesome, but I love haunted house horror. This one was fantastic. Just out of this world. I wouldn't change a single thing about that movie. I loved it from start to end. Because it started off as being something cool they enjoyed into their worst nightmare. And then a house disappears. And then in 2, they're arguing with the insurance broker over a house disappearing. Cool movie. Definitely in my top 10. I have it at number 6. Next up. Number 5. Friday the 13th Part 6. This one is easily the best Friday the 13th movie there was. A lot of people argue Friday the 13th. Honestly, if you really sit down and watch the original Friday the 13th, it was well done for the time. It was a good rip-off of Halloween. But, come on. The mom? Whatever. I'll still always enjoy Friday the 13th. But 6 brought it home. A, the kills are amazing. B, Tommy Jarvis is back. C, there's kids at the camp. Oh, so cool. Great fight scene at the end. My favorite Friday the 13th, hands down. Number 4. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. This was a great movie. We covered this already, so I'm not going to get into deep detail with it. But this movie was so much fun. I had a blast. Everyone had a blast. The soundtrack was kicking. The actors were kicking. It was probably Robert's best job and Nancy's best job until Wes Craven's New Nightmare. But everyone killed it. Great movie. Again, when it's on, I'm watching it. So, let's move on. We're getting down. We're getting down there. Number 3. Now, before I click this button, I'm going to get a whole lot of hate. Go ahead. Fill the comments up. I don't care. Rob Zombie's Halloween. This is how I always pictured Michael Myers to be. Now, you have your camp of loving backstories and your camp of just wanting a maniac running loose. Those people will never love this movie, and that's fine. I will love it enough for all of us. The backstory's out of control. All of it made sense. Sherry Moon Zombie, everyone can't stand her because she keeps going in his movies, but guess what? She does a good job. Oh my god. Like, why wouldn't you? She killed it in House, 1,000 Corpses. She killed it in The Devil's Reject. She killed it in Rob Zombie's Halloween. She can act. Who cares if it's his wife? Alright, moving on. So, Rob Zombie made Michael Myers ruthless in this. He's bigger, stronger. That scene where little Mikey Myers is slapping the shit out of his sister was one of the most intense scenes I've ever seen in a movie. Insane. Great job. You don't like it. I don't care. It's my third best, and I will always watch it every Halloween. When I start the cycle, I start with that one. When I'm done the cycle, then I'll go back and watch the original Halloween. It I don't know. I enjoyed it more. I liked it a lot. I won't get started on Halloween 2018 Halloween Kills. They're not on this list. Alright. Moving on. Number 2. What's it going to be? Jaws. Probably one of the best movies ever made. Hands down. Timeless. Classic. Horrifying. Scary. I still think twice about going in the ocean after watching this goddamn movie. So does the world. Jaws is a weird horror because half the time you're just scared by a sound. You don't see anything. And then just pure masterpiece is Jaws. Jaws is not only one of the best horror movies ever made, it's one of the best movies ever made, period. It's a perfect movie. But like I said, this is my favorite list, not a countdown of the best made, greatest story movies, whatever. So, I know you guys are going to be very surprised with my number 1 pick. Nightmare on Elm Street. How can I not? Is it the best horror movie? Nope. Is it the best story? No. Is it the best horror idea? No. Is it my favorite horror movie of all time? Yes. I don't know if it's nostalgia. I don't know if it's Freddy really just took me over because I watched him nonstop when I was little. I don't know. It's just this movie is my favorite horror movie of all time. I've seen it probably easily 100 times. It goes down to me as one of the best horrors of all time. Psychological, new idea, dream demon, Robert Englund, Heather Langenkamp, great job. Was it perfect? Of course not. I couldn't stand the mother in this. I think she kind of phoned it in. But you know what? I can't explain it. It's my favorite movie. It's always been my favorite movie. You can tell it's my favorite movie. So, guys, tell me what you thought about the list. I'm interested. Hearing the arguing, the fighting, the how could you think this one is that good? It took me a while to think about this list. And really, I might have missed some or one or two. I've read through a couple lists to see which ones I really liked. I mean, I could make a top 50 list, but that video would be 3 hours long and take even longer to prepare. But this has been Short Splats. Thanks for hanging out and listening to me talk about my 15 favorite horror movies. Make sure you like, subscribe, and this button right here. Just press it. It'll send you. We got a lot more of these coming. I'm Jared, and I'm out.